afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacaster. May I host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, off yet an exciting 2 vs 2 on Semoisky winter of all places. Yes, indeed. The setting is the Baltings, 1944. The assault on Narva continues as the Panther Line is slowly giving way to the repeated Russian assaults here under the command of Tüme and Vonasten. Vonasten bow off to the GCS here later this year. GCS2 specifically, but fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Communist Stalin, and the second Guards Mechanized Corps on the south. We got LegioxRoma and Dzara. Fighting here for the German army, Deutschland, the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz, valiantly defending German territory against the vile Marxist hordes. And we got here mechanized support, Soviet industries, combined arms, Guard rifle, and armored assault on top of Guards motor. A certainly wide variety of doctrines versus LegioxRoma, Blitzkrieg, Jaeger armor, Lightning Wall. We got Luftwaffe, Breakthrough, and Spec up here for the Germans, with largely all infantry of some sort, with a few machine gun and sniper bullets here for Vonasten. We got the Russians rushing for the centre with a lot of conscripts here for Tüme, as Vonasten follows up with several conscripts as well before possibly going for anything else. So both sides, or both Russian players there, not really going for sort of the usual stuff, which might mean a lot of Maxims or penal troopers, but just lots of conscripts. LegioxRoma with Grenadiers, 74 Jews, Grenadier for the Dzara with lots of Fultz Grenadiers. Both sides looking to gain control over the centre by flushing in as many troops as humanly fast as possible. Vonasten there, they're heading northwards, they're taking the route around there to see Taylor as well here, securing it for the motherland. In the south, German infantry, they're pushing through the snow, the elements, the Russians. Noting him, you can see that Vonasten is also laying down a lot of sand, actually preparing further defensive positions for further fighting, envisioning a brutal series of engagement that require further fortifications ahead of time. Got MG42, they're firing from the church, blasting out rounds as though they were very violent sermons. Mortar there hammering away, or ready to hammer away against Russia. We've got a second mortar out for LegioxRoma, so he's clearly anticipating some heavy trench warfare around the village centre, and thus he's just going to stock up on the artillery to that way blast his way through, which of course means if he gets flanked in some nasty way, he could be in a lot of trouble. Vonasten and Tüme just continue to push out the infantry. No sign of tech so far for either player. In the southeast, we've got Stumpars about to ambush a few unsuspecting conscripts. Fultz is advancing up on the right side of the village, trying to outflank here the Russian position, but already there, Tüme and Vonasten is batching conscripts to shore it up and prevent any further access here for Dzara. Here, the Sturm Pioneers are dealing with the country. There you go. Molotov goes off, and that could very well turn the engagement in favor of the country. There we go. The Sturm Pioneers losing out. The Dzara there, I think, is too slow to react. And there we go. Full retreat for the Sturm Pioneers. Pretty good work there by Tüme. Constant Vonasten up on the eastern side. Looks like they're going to give up on the immediate centre for 9 seconds. They're going to try and just outmaneuver the German position instead. I mean, they can hit the fuel point and cut it off fully. That'd be great for them. Here, got engineers out for Vonasten. Looks like, yeah, we go support company. He's going to go for the maximum. He's going to go for the mortars. He does have a doctrine for that. I mean, particularly a couple of mortars to counter the German mortars would be a pretty spiffy idea here for the Russians. As for Tüme, it's a bit hard to say what he's going to go for there. Interesting to note there, despite he is going for the infantry, he doesn't really have any doctrine that directly synergize with it. That's actually Vonasten with Guard rifle. Comparatively, Vonasten, you know, should be the one going for that. He's still got plenty of conscripts who can still synergize with it, but it's it feels a bit funny. Up here, though, Vonasten is just securing it all very easily. The Germans focus in the centre. Now, the east here could very well be the key to just, you know, gaining large swaths of territory here from the fascists. Mortar fire raining down the conscripts, close to snuffing them out, like candles in a storm. And here, constantly being assaulted, incendiary grenades being thrown through the windows and lighting up poor Petrov, who never quite was very fireproof. And now there was his rest of his unit very bulletproof, but looks like one man was. Dimitri get caught on the flank, push back here, but MG42 needs some more support there to push through. We got the mortar out here for Vonasten. Very much an anticipated move, but trying to be very surprised if Vonasten decided to go for something else in this situation. More footsteps for Dzara, as he did lose the Sturm Pioneers. Good kill, of course, there for Tüme. Being able to silence your opponent's Sturm Pioneers, particularly the early game, is pretty big. In part because, of course, at some point they're likely to have to replace them anyways to repair their own stuff. Approaching the 5-minute mark, and neither side has yet to at least get one commander out. Mortar fire, they're almost out the engineers. Very close here. Oh, Vonasten has placed his mortar out in the ice. There's actually a chance if the enemy mortar doesn't get the mortar directly, They might cause the entire thing to collapse here. LegioxRoma, he's playing his mortars very aggressive, and I think that caught Vonasten off guard. I don't think he was anticipating the mortar to be that far. In fact, he was pretty sure he was mortaring here. Maybe LegioxRoma was anticipating this and active position his mortar further ahead here in preparation for this, or something else happened there, but good God. LegioxRoma, he's just not letting up. And Vonasten there paid the price, now ensuring that the Dzara has a mortar. I mean, the Germans now have a total of 3 mortars, and the Russians have a total of no mortars. That is not good math in favour of the Soviets there. That is a lot of artillery for the German army. We'll have to see if Vonasten considers going for another mortar to replace the one lost, if he just decides, you know, he's going to try and seek other avenues of dealing with the Germans. Meanwhile, up west side there, LegioxRoma now, emboldened by the success in the centre, is extending his front up here with grenadiers pulling ahead very swiftly for the fatherland. He's actually now go for silver grenadiers after the double mortars. So good. Flint is in there with a full screen. He's got another mortar on Vonasten, so he's not giving up. He is resolute, unshaken, unstirred. He's not some vodka martini. Continuing about, he's going to need down to fire, but more soon direct the actual fire there from the flame force machine, and there continues to be an issue here. And Tüme needs to be careful not to extend his forces too much. They're taking quite a brave beating here from the Germans. They're in fact also quite low on health. In the southeast, they're hitting the fuel point again, taking damage here from a large chunk of forces. There's Dzara just flashes in his men there. 5 folks going to be escorted, and they're pretty much all in that one space here. Tüme sadly does not seem to realise this and just gets completely shredded. At Dzara's human wave assault there continues. A massive greatcoat clad blob moves ahead, and the Germans have got the Russians, have no maximum to suppress it, probably not anticipating that Dzara would be committing to such tactical measures. In the west here, Vonasten's more occupied. He would pushing out LegioxRoma and getting back control of the fuel point. His mortar needs to retreat unless he needs to lose another one to Dzara, which I think would be absolutely horrifically bad. Maximum on the way there for Vonasten, very good, very good. Triple mortars in the centre. They're going to have to, I think, commit to some very vigorous assault where they try to launch attacks through here and here rather than head on. That way trying to get behind the mortar, and that way even, oh, we actually got to retreat here. I think in this case the way LegioxRoma retreats, I think, indicates he's not immediately worried about a big push here into the centre, and so far Vonasten doesn't seem to be setting up his forces for such an attack, so it could just pay off. Here, troops reinforcing healing support and company as well here for Tüme, so there's probably going to be some maxims out for him, or some mortars, something like that, to help deal with all of this. LegioxRoma's forces there marching in, large column of grenadiers marching across the frozen roads. Mines being tossed down here by Vonasten and years hard at work. And there you go. Grenadiers in the middle of negative cover the LegioxRoma. Clearly was not anticipating Vonasten would be waiting for him like that. There you go, second rifle grenade off. So again, behind heavy cover, the rifle is going to have less of an impact here against Vonasten's brave frontovics, as the grenades are being cut to ribbons out in the open. Simply put, not a good position to fight from. It looks like LegioxRoma only realised a bit too late he was acting negative cover. Continue mortar fire here around the car front. We got Vonasten's mortar joining in. We got both players here now moving for the tank command here. There'll probably at least be one rushing out there for some light armour. Possibly more. Guns coming up here on the flank against the Fulz Grenadiere. They got a fuel cache for LegioxRoma to support him and his teammate. Also protects the car front there around the centre. You can also see Tüme going for a very deep flank on the right flank, very good in fact. As you might notice, while they're attacking the centre, they're also launching attacks on the sides to basically outmaneuver the Germans. So they're not just resorting to head-on assault, effective head-on assault. While it's certainly the largest, could very well just be a diversion to allow them to do more damage on the other sides, cutting off the Germans from the resource. And there you go. Also, in essence, forcing a collapse here. Once the flanks collapse, the more support rooms become exposed. So really well executed assault here, but Tüme and Vonasten completely overwhelming the Germans, who did not anticipate this, sending a lot of support weapons going away. Vonasten going for a T-70. Tüme here could theoretically try and pull ahead here for the Mechanised Armour Company. Grenade assault there, flung through the air. Grenades detonating inside the house, destroying a lot of furniture, but no rations. But the chair, I like the chair. It is gone, Dimitri. It is gone. Continue pressing the south here, more sandbags down there from Tüme as well now, very good. T-70 almost down there for Vonasten. The way Tüme is not going for him first there, I get the impression he's going to push for the Mechanised Armour Company. Now he's going for the T-70M as well. So that's going to be double T-70. That's going to be quite impactful as the Germans. Now the LegioxRoma or the Dzara actually have any anti-tank weapons. The Dzara here, by going for the first option, it is Spec Ops. Grenade assault here again. I should of course set that once he went for the infiltration tactics assault there, but that's just me being a bit more preoccupied with the action rather than doctrine. But there we can see the Russians now control the map again for the most part. The Germans very much dead set on the centre, but not getting too many resources here now. The double T-70s will soon give them quite the nightmares. Maxim hard at work, mortar hard at work. Down here, German assault being thwarted by the Max. So we got the mortars moving up there. Could lay in on a sizable smoke screen. Yeah, we actually got a mix of smoke screens and barrages there. The sand in the smoke screen I think wasn't timed quite well enough to get a proper assault going there. See something through here, and the other one arriving northwards. We got here LegioxRoma flanking up behind the Russian lines to go for the coal front. Very good work here. Conscripts being shredded, and we got the T-70 inbound. Grenadiers taking heavy fire there. Forces advancing, supported by the double mortars. Maxim repositioning a bit there ahead of time to avoid most of the mortar fire which LegioxRoma and Dzara are launching at them. I'm guessing here LegioxRoma is essentially planning on rushing out tier 3. Gonna go for support McCall, and we'll eventually go for the Panzer IV Stoops penetration up north here. The Pioneers run to the T-70. Decent chance of getting a wipe for I think Tüme with the T-70 unless LegioxRoma gets really lucky, which so far seems to be the case a bit. There you go, almost got all of them. There you go, down to just one man. Fritz is running as fast as he can, but he wasn't a very good runner. It's a bit of a loss there for LegioxRoma. It actually prevents him from going for the Pommer. He's going to go for another Pioneer sport before he can do that. Nice work, their machine gun being blasted out by the T-70 light tank. 7 kills already. Veterans you won. The T-70 is trying to feed into the hearts of the fascists. ME-4 almost being wiped out. Close to being destroyed. A Kednev opens up from a nice hidden angle there. Continue fighting on the southern field. We got the forces flanking up behind him. More short on the way for the Dzara. And the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz. Fun fact about the T-70 bar was actually produced not because it was a really good light tank, but because they had to produce something as they were sort of moving production towards the Ural Mountains. Of course, you know, setting other things in mind, they still had to keep making something, in which case the T-70 was essentially an interim solution. Forces being pushed back here with conscripts and the T-70 number 2 here, causing quite a bit of harm here to the Dzara's infantry. Field guns out here for the Russians. Vonasten, they're calling it up. Tüme will be a bit harder to say what's going for there. Still, no doctrinal choices there from any of the other players besides the Dzara. Gun leads down the fire from the T-70. Mortifying the conscripts, need to fall back. Going back in territory in the north. Now the Russian forces are getting quite a field advantage over the Germans, but the fuel cache does help out the Germans a bit. Still, 30 versus 22 is a bit of an advantage there in the favour of Russia. Back here, troops healing and enforcing. France is fully upgraded there as well for Tüme. Molotovs, mortars, field gunner as well for Tüme. T-70 continues to roam. Oh, mortars exposed. But we can see there Tüme's being a bit cautious, trying not to rush into any binds, just to get himself exposed to any Panzerfaust that could appear out of nowhere. And there you go. But in this case, Daddy too slow to react here to the gun. These appearing with the Panzerfaust gets off a damaged engine on Tüme's T-70 light tank. Still, he should be able to escape with it. Vonasten T-70 being repaired. In the south, German troops advance, attacking aggressively. And down here, Vonasten strikes, hitting the calf point ahead of time. Very good work there, though he needs to be careful about the retreat path. There's a good chance he could risk getting wiped if he's sloppy with it. Maxim's hard work in the centre, mortar firing down the Maxim. Those damn German mortars, eh? Field gun out here for Tüme. Concept setting ahead. Attack going on. Maxim very low in health. Grenadiers versus conscripts up close, negative cover. The Maxim supporting. Lots of mortar fire, lots of machine gun fire. Just everything going on. And we got a Strugers of Rus out here from Dzara. So he's got the Belgrade Head for the mechanized regiment. Of course, he's going to rely on command tanks. He's going to be priming artillery supported with the Strugers of Rus, getting 11 kills with his first strike. And I'm pretty sure some might got sunk into the ice there. It looks like the Vonasten lost him. Oh, he did make it out of there, but still he lost some stuff. Oh, never mind. Looks like the field gun got sunk, like the Titanic. If the Titanic was a very large anti-tank gun. In the south here, the Vonasten trying about heading behind the lines for the T7. There go conscripts were murdered on the retreat path here. And LegioxRoma is pushing for on. We got the Panzerfahrt here for the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz. There you go. Bunched up Fultz was the T70. T7 has a decent chance of getting some murdering done. There you go. Fultz is taking heavy damage and casualties are going to slowly pile up there. Though we got the Kedner coming up. Mechanized armor company up here for Vonasten. Tüme has yet to take up. Big 2 points while small lead here for the Russians and the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps. Second field cache up here for LegioxRoma. Interesting enough, neither Tüme or Vonasten have yet to commit to any fuel caches themselves. It could send benefit from one, maybe. T7 are halfway to Vetting 3. German infantry repulsed here with heavy casualties. The snow is stained with their corpses. Almost got another wipe here on the Fultz gun. We could see it. We could see it now. Yes, a wipe there on the Dzara. Vonasten is the next one to commit to adopting his mechanized armor mechanized, it's armored assault. So it's going to be pushing for the T-35, which of course is a good choice versus the Panther 4. It's durable and can also threaten infantry quite well. So overall very strong choice there, imagine, for Vonasten. He just needs to go a bit longer. As for Tüme, it's a bit hard to say. There's planning. He's still not going for anything. So is he going for the same issue? Is he going to go for, I don't know, KV2? That'd be an interesting choice there by Tüme. LegioxRoma's Panzer 4 patrol for das Vaterland. Big culture push here with the Dzara, who's going for a second Stukasafuss. That is quite a few Stukasafuss. He's willing to commit to a lot there. I imagine the double fuel caches does make him more freely consider it, since his likes to just, you know, get heavily punished in that sense. It's another Stukasafuss barrage, and there we go. Looks like a max. No, mortar actually got utterly wiped out there by the Stukasafuss, and the second one arrives here for the Dzara. First one, the 19 kills. Actually been doing pretty well with that Stukasafuss. Surprisingly large amount of players tend to do kind of weakly with it, but clearly the Dzara knows a thing or two about Stukasafuss barrages. Also indicates the Germans have E-mortar. I mean, still got LegioxRoma style mortars, and the Dzara's one mortar. Vonasten was not able to grab it, so the mortar was destroyed as well. So now they got 3 mortars and 2 Stukasafuss. That is a ton of artillery. Looks like Tüme is still going to take up in the end. We got the T-5 almost done here, and these guys for Sword Industry. Hello. But then be going for a KV8. That'd be an interesting choice, though I'm not entirely sure it'd be a good choice. As for the Stukasafuss, in an interesting move, it's actually usually part of a Panzer Division's Panzer Pioneer unit, which was actually part of the Heavy Weapons Company. It was basically there, it was sort of attached. Panzer Brigade would also have them as some of the little artillery of Panzer Brigade would also have had there. So, in that regard, the Stukasafuss was certainly an interesting weapon in terms of organisation and where it was implemented. T-5 father rolling out for Vonasten. Rolling ahead for the motherland. Let us crush something beneath our treads. You know, shoot something to beach with our guns. And there you go. Second Stukasafuss unleashes hell here. But to defeat T7 and watch. 20 kills, very good. Heavy engagement in the centre, a lot of infantry being bunched up. 2 of them making a big push into the north. T7 moving from the north as well. Vonasten setting up for something. This T-54 could be a deeper flank. In theory, we could even try and go here for the Stukasafuss and take them out. I mean, right now the flanks are quite exposed, so if Vonasten rushes in and T-54 well enough, he could possibly take out both of them if the Dzara doesn't realise it's going before it's too late. And Vonasten does seem to be setting up here for a deep flank with the T-45. Could very well he's going to go for them. Oh, yes, he is. There we go. T Stukas of us down. Oh, it's only abandoned. It's only abandoned. Bit further hit. There we go. Gets the other Stukas of first. Needs to fall back and needs to destroy the other one as well. There he goes. No. Okay, there he goes down. Just looked like it actually survived a second hit somehow. That would been absolutely infuriating. Forces being shredded by the aircraft fire there as Vonasten calls in to try and back up his T-55 retriever. Kedden was inbound. And I fear that T-55 in this case will not make it out. But still, it's done plenty of damage. I mean, destroying 2 Stukas of Fuss is a lot of economic damage. I mean, 1 Stukas of Fuss is 390 manpower and 100 fuel. So that's more or less almost 800 manpower and 200 fuel. He took out with the T-55. That is quite the loss there for Dzara. I mean, it would have been great if Vonasten had not lost the tank, but at least it paid itself off with dividends. Also, just really aggressive, fearless flank. I like those. But of course, this does represent a bit of loss there for Vonasten. On top of all the other losses, he's barely got any infantry left now, and he's been leading support weapons as well. Oh! LegioxRoma returns the favour, taking out Tüme's Katyusha rocket, the bastard. LegioxRoma clearly they saw what Vonasten did and figured, I can do that too, I can do that too. And then he did it. I mean, less is bold in some ways, but he did take out a Katyusha with his tank, and he didn't lose the tank. I mean, that's impressive. And now poor Tüme's T7 is going to go down there. Now Vonasten's the only Russian players left with any kind of tank for the time being, and that's T70. LegioxRoma replacing more infantry losses. Victory points wise, it's actually still pretty close between the two. Still pretty close. I mean, so far none of the players really leaving any sort of big gaps for the other one. I mean, the only sort of real thing, the Germans so let's get going for the double fuel cache, whereas again the Russians haven't committed to that. On the other hand, Russians are much better sort of playing the rest of the map, where the Germans tend to get more focus around the centre, but still even then, there are some glimmers there of some sharper moves there. I mean, at the same time, they're clearly matched, but they're sort of excelling in different areas so far, and also I think playing more to the strengths of the different armies, obviously. You can't exactly play the Germans like the Russians, obviously, to an extent there's some differences, which is important to keep in mind. Gunner's being bombarded here by the T-70, which is quickly moving southwards here to support the troops advancing on the fuel point, possibly. There we go, LegioxRoma's plans for winning. He's actually flooding a ton of resources about LegioxRoma. Is he planning an elephant tank destroyer, or is he planning tier 4 here? I mean, if he's planning tier 4, he should go for it as soon as possible, not just dither about it at the moment. Air support once more summoned here by Vonasten to clear out the rush of Germans in the centre. The Red Army aviation strikes. Ach mein Gott, Jabo! Russische Jabo, so scheiß-eating bastards! Where's the Luftwaffe when we need it? They're on coffee break, Heinz. Oh mein Gott, again? Ja! That idiot Hermann Göring. Why did he allow that? And he's back here, troops in reinforcing. Still no take additional armor there for LegioxRoma. He goes to the Tiger tank. I mean, that's definitely an option as well. Kind of look at that one. And Dzara, he's going to have to go for the command panzer now. Both Germans will be going for some bigger tanks. I think Tüme's going to push for the KV2 as well soon. And Vonasten is essentially the only one who's far off from any sort of, big thing. That actually means there's going to be a bit of a duel there between basically 4 separate sort of endgame heavies in one way or the other. Tigers, command panthers, KV2s, which you don't see that often, and then IS-2. That's going to be interesting. And of course, this situation here with Tüme at least put out maybe a fuel cache or 2. They, Vonasten be able to get on IS-2 faster. So in this regard, the 2 fuel caches have, I would say, are really paying off dividends here for the German army and the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz. Good playing on that is essential for winning longer fights. And there it goes, second field away there for Vonasten. T7 spotting head here from the SIS-3. Push up from the centre of a lot of machine guns. Grenadiers, Tiger tank backing it all up. Then there you go. Tüme can go for the KV2 heavy assault tank. So there we go, mobilized with his 152mm gun. Targeting that into H with the field gun. In the south, we got LegioxRoma's grenades advancing under fire from the T-70. The conscripts blasting away, trying to take down as many fascists before it's too late. And there you go, the KB2 rolls out. When will it be setting up? If it sets up, that'll be the big question here. That will be the very big question. And he sets us up here, north of the cutoff point. There we go, shoots, and half the Grenadier squad is gone in the blink of an eye. Vonasten's not too far here from the IS-2. West Command Panther pushed back with a damaged engine. Panther 4 backing up the Tiger tank. And this is in the fire from the KB2 again. Poor Heinz obliterated. He might need to move the KB2 up a bit further to be able to support any attack into the village centre. But currently LegioxRoma's Panzerwaffe is dug in. But there you go, field guns quickly push them further back, allowing for the victory point they'll possibly seize, though the Tiger in this case dissuades them from doing so. KB2 though needs to move up, It's I think too far removed there to be any further use. Vonasten is moments away from the IS-2 heavy tank. Pushing the centre without a smoke screen does not work out too well there. Looks like Tüme's actually managed to steal one of LegioxRoma's mortars. Very good work there. Slightly equalises the artillery disparity between the two forces. Right, KB2's mobile to go again. In the south, creeping up in the fuel point here. My God, eine Maschinengewehr. Even if it's old, we still need to get together because it's still firing real bullets. And so it's hurt, even if it's being fired by an ancient piece of work like that one. Flag half-tech with Dzara, an interesting choice at this stage, but could prove helpful versus harassment. Up north, Dzara then nicely outmaneuvers Vonasten, goes to the cut-off point rather than the fuel point itself. There you go, KB2 back in action, shoots and almost obliterates an entire squad there. Extending its zone of threatening, and there you go, Panther under fire now from the KB2. More fire here, close to taking out the mortar in the south here. T-70 pushed back, Germans dug in on the ice. Maximum Flaken was all nearby their command panther as well. T-70 being forced away. Vonasten's very close to the ice. He's got the fuel, he just needs the manpower. 8 kill on the KB2 and gets the mortar. 10 kills on the KB2. Outstanding there, work by Tüme as KB2, and there you go. The IS-2 has finally arrived here for Vonasten. Tüme should probably use some of that fuel here from the fuel drop, possibly for Initiative 5 or some other stuff there. Gunners trying to flank from the north, but then taking heavy fire from the KB2 and nearby support weapons. We got tactical movement here from LegioxRoma. Nice use of the ability there. Vigorous assault, fueled by fervor, but sadly broken by high explosives as the KB2 just hammers the Grenadiers down. 15 kills there. Got the IS-2, the mobilized here for Vonasten. Ready to strike fear into the hearts of the Hitlerites. There you go, Germans on the fire here by the ice, by the fuel point. Field gun might support a bit better. Be careful with the IS-2. Command Panther going for it, but Kedma shoots, bounces. Right, it hits this time around, it seems. Shots bouncing off the Command Panther, except for the KB2 shot there. Folks moving ahead. They could risk a lot of nasty things. Our shields opening up, constantly moving in the south field, can hit flying, coming fire. Maximum approaching slowly up north here. Tüme is sweeping through there. Might try and approach the jump from another element side there. And there you go. Panther taking heavy damage here. Stukas again here for the Dzara. He's going to be his third Stukas. Maximus is focused shredding them, cutting them to ribbons. We got the Tiger tank moving ahead here. KB2 firing away, blasting 17 kills. Now the Pioneers went his line of fire. 19 kills. The KB2 is just racking up those kills. 20 kills for the motherland. In the south, the German infantry finally pushed off the southern field point here after the stubborn defense by the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz. How far around there? We got a Panzerwerfer out for LegioxRoma. No Panthers or Sturmpanzers, but Panzerwerfers. Again, finding out behind the old house, pushing back the T-70. They're almost taking out Vonasten's Ace T-70 there with 26 kills. Tiger tank, Command Panther moving up here. Field gun wiped out. ODKB2 needs to fall back here, I think. Tüme needs a tank destroyer to back things up. There you go. Field gun recruit. Full armoured assault here by LegioxRoma and Dzara. Then come coordination there. Veterans 1 gaining the KB2 IS2 moving up there to sort of block off a further pursuit here by the Command Panther. Good work. Field gun close to death, and the other field gun hiding behind the fence there, just further providing anti-tank firepower. Repair station, actually, I think, would be a pretty good idea here for Tüme if he can get some of those to help him and his teammate. Now both of their tanks have seen better days. Katyusha on the way there for Tüme. And the Stukas of Uzbach ends up doing not a lot there except ruining a house there for LegioxRoma to use. Well, him and Dzara. So there you go, prior to repairs in the IS-2, KB2 also seeing a bit. T-70 repairs. Katyusha on the way here for Tüme. Makes a bit scatter repairs there. Really think a repair station would be great there for Tüme. And Vonasten it is. Mine goes off for killing some of the grenadiers. And another squad heading northwards. They're going to try and outmaneuver. In the south, not much is happening except the Germans are showing up the front line there. Victory points. Russians getting a bit bigger lead here with the Germans. They go push into the centre here. No Molotov though. And the mortar there prevents conscripts from doing too much here against LegioxRoma's rather scarce defence there. IS-2 back in action. KB2 almost good to go. T-70 mobilised and ready to fight once more. There we go. Foot retreating neatly at the site of the IS-2. They do not have the firepower to stop that monster. Stukas was number 3 out for the Dzara. I guess I don't see that a lot. At least not in this way. As for LegioxRoma, not much further. He's getting more or less got full pop cap. 300 points left now for the Russians. We've got a big push here with the infantry, the Kednevs, and the Command Panther here from the Dzara. Will Vonasten be able to stop this? Would it be too late? IS-2 shoots and spectacularly misses the Command Panther. The Kednevs also moving up here in the centre. We got the Max when they're hiding out, and we got mortars close being taken out. Katyusha is... I just got a repair station up finally, by the way. Katyusha hanging back, got 1 kill, that's not good. T-54 on the way there for Tüme. Vonasten probably should going to go for the Initiative 5, at least one of them feel like needs an Initiative 5 as the Command Panther and the Tiger. There's Tüme standing a lot of hits there. The German assault gets more and more ruthless and vigorous, and there you go. The Stukas causes heavy casualties on Vonasten's forces. 7 kills. Come on. Oh, Filgun went down there. Now the field was coming up here in the ice. Thankfully the rockets have been fired, otherwise they could theoretically sunk there. Field gun there destroyed, denying it to the Russians. Panther move out in the north. KD2 falling back here, 25 kills. Looks like the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz's managed to gain control of most of the map here, finally. Leaving Tüme and Vonasten in a bit more of a desperate situation as the German assault continues. Punch there. Did not make it. Tiger took out the runner. Conscripts is somehow trying to mount some sort of defence, but more and more German infantry arrives, completely overwhelming them. Field gun hit down the Panzer IV. T-54 Wing got another try on the way there for Dzara. Almost got it. But it does get away there, possibly to see that T-3 another day. Targeting March, there you go. Field gun fire, silver penetrating hits. The T-54 moving in. March trying to go for the Panzer IV. Panzer IV could also be in danger here. We got the Command Panther moving up. Academy for support. Lots of action here still happening. Vonasten's IS-2 ready to go, and he's going for the Initiative 5. Very good, very good. And the southeast has got the IS-2 going in on its own, but it does cause a complete collapse here of Dzara's Eastern forces, they have no way of defending against the eyes too. Who brought the Panzerschreck? I didn't. I thought Ludwig was supposed to do it. God damn it, we don't allow Ludwig to use the Panzerschreck after what happened last time. Oh, yeah. You're right about that. Panther gaining makes 2 KV2 locks, always get marked up. We got Panther fire down there. Conscripts wipe. KV2 down. Devastating blow there. Asian fire mobilised here for Vonasten. Troops moving through the south here, trying to perhaps outmaneuver and flank the Germans here from the south. That would actually be pretty good if done with enough force. It could possibly shot the Germans and actually catch a lot of more vulnerable units and destroy them. But the trick is, can they do it with enough speed and aggression? Ooh, Panther caught by the eyes in a few moments, and there we go, direct hit. They should fire force to fall back here. Ooh, need to pull back with the eyes too, also risk getting Panther fast and ending up with a damaged engine. And we got the infantry half tick up as well here for Dzara, providing further an intelligence advantage for German troops. Flares off from Dzara as well. Shot bounced off the IS-2. Air support called in here, catching the IS-2 and the T-70, a complete route here. Oh, that's actually fine, never mind me, I'm just blind. North here, Maxim being swarmed by G-40 fleets and rifle grenades, and that's going to be that history for that one. T-40 moving up, constantly moving in as well here. Overall looks like the second mechanized, or guards mechanized force running into more issue here. Almost got a grenadier squad, but the machine gun has been lost here to LegioxRoma. In the south here, Vonasten trying to outmaneuver, having some success there, but damage-wise, I don't think he's quite having the impact that he's hoping for against either German player. IS-2 got abandoned? He's trying to destroy it here. There you go, gets it cooked up. But with the IS-2 gone, I definitely think GG there, and that was a crucial loss alongside the KV2. Almost got the Command Panther maybe, if you remember she was tracking it. There we go, gets the Command Panther, didn't need it. Good work, but he's about to lose his tank destroyer. And down it goes. Sounding the field guns here, Tiger tank, Panther advancing. Consuls being obliterated liberally here by German armour. And we can see the Dzara's actually set up a Schwerpanzer Corps to cover the northern victory point. Very cheeky, but clever. It's starting to look pretty grim here for the Russians. There he goes, Vonasten and Tüme surrenders. The second gas mechanized corps falls back here in the face of a spirited counterattack by the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz. Heavy fighting here with heavy casualties on both sides. Lots of death, lots of destruction. But in the end, the Germans were able, I think, to stabilize a bit better here. A part of me feels like it's just the doctrines didn't really adhere much there for the Russians. Like Tüme had a lot of conscripts, but none of his doctrinal choices made they actually benefit. And similarly, Vonasten, I don't know, could have gone for something a bit more useful. I think if they put more pressure on sooner, they would have, at least one of them might have done a bit better. There were some oddities there, and I also feel like double T7s, while in some ways meeting is nice, if one of them tried to start faster for tanks, they might have done better. So there were some issues there. Also, the early mortar loss really hurt Vonasten there. I mean, again, he just didn't anticipate, I think, LegioxRoma saying it was mortars that close to the front line. So while I think the Russians, made some good tactical moves, strategically there were some issues as the match just progressed, which the Germans could punish. Plus, the Germans weren't exactly slouches either. So a nice spirited fight here with some aggressive moves and some aggressive losses. Lots of rocket vehicles just taken out, and things sunk into the darkness of the lakes. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, spread the word, share it. The might and glory of the Propagandacast. And of course, if you like to do, can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links in the video description. In that regard, big thanks to Dion for donating, and also big thanks to Alexander for donating, supporting the Propagandacast, of course, allowing me to do this day after day. So thank you all. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all again tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers, everybody.